super fun one today. If you're a big Porsche fan like I am, I'm rocking my sweater and everything. This is the new Magic7 RSR Porsche edition, or their Porsche Collab. I actually took my car out of storage just to do an unboxing of this. So this is like their second generation, or their second collab with Porsche. So I checked out the previous one, which was in a really cool colorway. That was Frozen Berry Pink Metallic. If you're as nerdy about your Porsche colors as I am, or if you hear me say Porsche more than 10 times, you gotta do shot every time I say it. You'll be wasted by the end of this video. This is a new colorway called Provence. So their new electric Macan just launched in this color. What I actually like, the paint is the exact same color as the phone. So it comes in the two colors, like I said, Provence, which is almost like this purple, and Agate gray metallic, which it's kind of boring. If you want a phone like this, get it in its cool color. My goal is to find a Macan to color match this and take a couple photos, but that is the official color. You can call it purple. And just like the second gen Taycan compared to the first, there's a few design changes. I was actually in Germany with Porsche. Take another shot. I got to drive through the German Alps, actually test the car a lot, so the range is being improved a lot, but that's obviously completely separate. The design cues are slightly different. Same thing with this phone. So we still have that iconic design. For example, this line in the middle, that's inspired by the hood. The actual camera ring, or I guess the camera array, is inspired by the headlights, which are technically 4 headlights on a Taycan. You've got like the 3 main cameras here, plus the LiDAR, which that also shares with the Taycan. And you can see here, that is the Matrix camera system from Honor. Also new this year, these edges are now chamfered. You'll actually see the finish is more of a matte compared to the glossy from last year, but still on the railings, you do have that in gloss, which is nice. It's a very premium, it's a hefty device, and you find that also in the unboxing, which I kind of did half in my car, half here. Inside of this, you get way more than what you get in the standard box, for example. You get this really nice color matched faux leather case, which you can see Porsche design on it, of course, Honor, with some nice like details. Even on the inside, Alcantara, the same racing material that they use inside the race cars. You can see that in the hexagonal, same shape as the camera cutout, which kind of just pops on and gives your phone some protection. You've got 2 chargers, both 100 watts, but you can unfortunately see none of those chargers are North American, as you technically can't get it here, so you'll have to order it online. But this is more of like a memorabilia thing. You'll keep this. It's very premium. Also commands that premium price, just like a Porsche. So it's actually close to 2,000 USD, officially 1,549 pounds if you officially want to buy it. So it's an expensive device. The reason why you're getting it obviously is for that premium brand, for that Porsche collab. If you're a real fan, obviously Porsche, for example, sells their expensive cars, but you can get those chronographs that match the car. I think they sell those for like 15,000, 20,000. If you own a vehicle, you do not need to worry about spending 2,000 bucks on a phone. If you want it to match, you can match it. So that's what's new technically, like design wise. I was actually at the launch for the Magic7 series in Slovenia, which was really cool. We did a bunch of activities. We got to test out the camera mostly. It was at this beautiful spot in Lake Bled where we got to hike up to this really cool viewpoint. So we were actually supposed to go paragliding actually from this spot. This is like the little runway. You can see the little flags right there into this beautiful view. Whew. In the end, I chose not to go paragliding. After that, we took a gondola ride up to a ski resort, did a bit more hiking, tested the phone out a bit more, was taking a lot of action shots, and that's one of the things that this camera has. It has this action mode. It is called AI motion sensing capture, essentially AI built into the shutter. And with that, you can just kind of hold down the shutter. It'll take a ton of shots, up to 100. And the photos that we took, even with a lot of motion, I was doing a lot of sledding, tobogganing, they were really crispy. So that's a really cool way to test out the AI. Another really good feature with this, it has an AI zoom enhancement. So most phones, for example, the Galaxy S25 Ultra, you can get technically up to 100 times digitally. How many times will you actually use those photos? They're still a bit like on the grainier end. With the Honor, you can actually use AI zoom enhancement. So once you're actually zooming into a particular subject, AI will take over, enhance the photo, and makes it way better than what it would be, say like standard. And unlike the Samsung, and unlike actually most phones, I think this is one of the first with a 200 megapixel megapixel telephoto camera. So that extra megapixel count helps preserve that quality and only benefits that use of AI like in the future when you can enhance it in post. So that's really, really cool. The rest of the camera specs, so it's still got a 50 megapixel main and a 50 megapixel ultra wide. It would have been really dope to see, once again, 200 megapixels for the main, like technically the wide and the telephoto, something for Honor to improve on next year. And like I mentioned, it has that LiDAR sensor built in. And just like other Honor devices, which I've tested before, they still have that partnership with Studio Hardcore to get some of those portrait shots to have that specific look, which, you know, I've done photos with Link, for example, in the past. I thought that was really cool. And lastly, up front, it's got a 50 megapixel main, which I was using when I was ATVing. Hands got a little bit chilly, but yeah, took some very solid shots. That is kind of the phone, I guess, like camera-wise. In terms of internals, it's rocking the latest, so it has the Snapdragon 8 Elite. It also has 24 gigs of RAM, a terabyte of space. So yeah, it commands that higher price. It's literally got the best silicone that you can get for a smartphone. The screen is full HD plus, so 6.8 inches, 1280 by 2800. It's 120 hertz. It's fluid, it's quick, it's snappy, it's a flagship, and it does have this little custom wallpaper. Once again, with those hints of Taycan, with those hints of Porsche. It would have been cool to actually see the full car. That's just my preferential opinion. What I actually really like is something what Honor calls the anti-scratch nano crystal shield. Essentially, it just scratches less than a traditional phone. It does come with this like little pre-installed screen protector, but if you look at, say, for example, like the iPhone, like the Samsung, I have scratched a lot of these phones just out of box. Even though screens have gotten better at, say, like not shattering, that in turn makes the displays like softer, so more prone to scratches. If you're spending $2,000 on a device, the last thing that you need is a big gash on it. Just like your car, don't get it scratched. It's just that extra nice like peace of mind for your device. This is running Magic OS 9 over top of Android, of course. Way less bloatware, which I'm a fan of. One thing that they're introducing is obviously, like every phone, a lot of AI features. Just like, for example, Apple with their own little like ecosystem, this does the same thing. So you can share files seamlessly with all your other Honor devices. So I've got like an Honor laptop. I can just take the photos that I've snagged on this, kind of vice versa. They all just work interchangeably. And lastly, for the battery, this is the 3rd gen of the silicon carbon battery. So it just charges a bit quicker. It's 5850 milliamps. Obviously this lasts the entire day, even in the extreme cold in Slovenia. I didn't notice it draining quicker, and I was getting around like a day and a half of like quite heavy use. So in all, like I said, this is a big like Porsche phone. If you're a fan of the brand, this is something that you might want to check out. If you end up picking one up, you got to go with the Provence. I think it's just such a dope and such a unique color for a phone. I don't think you will see anything like it for the rest of the year, because no other company like truly partners with car brands. Like some might have like an affiliation, but this is like the actual paint that you'll get on a car, which is on a phone, which is super cool. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a ton of fun out in Slovenia. First time there. That's another country added to the list. I'm gonna try to find a Macan in this color to match, or I guess the Taycan. Can you get the that's like something I'm stumped on. Can you get a Taycan in Provence? I'll have to go to the configurator to check. I'll catch the rest of you in one of my next ones. Peace.